Good morning, light leaders. Happy Wednesday. This is October 4th, and it's time for our weekly prayer circle today. This is the first week that I'm actually doing the prayer circle in the new Light Leaders Academy Earth Angel Support Group. So thank you for joining me in this new group. I decided that I could bring you more support and would like to have more opportunities to connect with you, either through the video in this way or other ways, by merging a couple of my groups together and just bringing it all together in a more simplistic way so that more of you could be served. So today our prayer circle message that came in for today is from my master teacher, Yeshua, Jesus Christ. And Jesus instructed us to be in the world, but not of the world. And you can look this up, this concept, in the Bible in John chapter 17, verses 14, 15, and 16. So let's first go ahead and get grounded this morning. If you can hear in the background, I don't know if you can hear that noise or not. It sounds like they're doing some sort of alarm testing here. It's very loud. I have the windows open, so hopefully you cannot hear it in the background, but it's very interesting. I think it's the longest I've ever heard this going on. So let's go ahead now, just begin to get in touch with our body this morning and begin to just take in some really deep belly breaths, some very grounding breaths. The breath is our bridge to the world of spirit. It is the lifeblood of being a human, is we cannot live without oxygen. We cannot live without the breath of life. And so I'll just invite you now to begin with closing your eyes and just getting comfortable wherever you are. If you choose to sit, have your back fairly straight, feet flat on the floor, legs and arms uncrossed, or you might prefer to be sitting in a lotus position, or you might be wanting to lie down. Any of those are all fine. So good morning, Mihar. Good morning, Nicole. I hope I'm saying your name right. And thank you for joining me. So we'll go ahead now and just begin to take in. You want to breathe in, breathing in through your nostrils, really expanding your belly breath, the belly. And then on the exhale, I want you to exhale out any stress or tension or anxiety that you may be feeling in the body. And I want you to just begin to physically just relax your body from head to toe, particularly in the area of the shoulders, where we tend to carry a lot of tension and stress. So now just really exhaling that out. And also you can imagine bringing the energy down from the center of the head, bringing it down through the heart, and just allowing that energy to leave your body by sending it all the way down your legs and your knees, down throughout the bottom of your feet, and just letting it all go down deep into Mother Earth, and she'll be glad to recycle that energy for you. Any energies that you're ready to release, energies that are not your authentic energies, that could be other people's energies, other people's fears and stresses. And as empaths, as intuitives, as sensitives, we tend to pick up other people's emotions and pain. So we want to release that so we can be operating more on our own authentic energy, because when we do, we are more clear. We have less confusion. We have healthier boundaries. And we can also find our true path for us. And that's so important, particularly today, with the events that are going on. So this morning, as I was tapping in just a few minutes before I started the prayer circle, I was getting a sense of tapping into the collective consciousness that today we're feeling a bit vulnerable after all the events that have started to happen with the various earthquakes that we've had, the floods, the fires, Of course, the mass shootings that took place in Las Vegas. And it's all quite unsettling to us because we are all connected together with Source. Wherever these events are happening on the world, we feel those events, maybe not consciously, but unconsciously. So let's go ahead now and get really, really grounded, because grounding is really important, especially for those of us who are earth angels, I call us. And so just, again, keeping your eyes closed, I'll guide you through the meditation. I want you to begin to bring your focus now into the center of your heart, your sacred heart space, and begin to breathe in through the heart space. And as you do, I want you to imagine creating a beautiful grounding cord and sending your beautiful golden light down into the Mother Earth, sending it down through the base of the spine, entering into the earth and taking it down to the core of Mother Earth. And now I want you to connect your energy to the crystalline grid that surrounds the new 5D Earth, and I want you to connect in there. You might see it, you might feel it, you might know it, but as you connect in, just say, I belong here. There's a place for me, a safe place for me. And imagine anchoring into that beautiful crystalline grid with an anchor, or perhaps you want to use a tree root. Whatever you want to do is fine. And as you anchor in, you're going to feel your heart chakra open. That's how when you know you're grounded properly. Beautiful. And take a deep breath and bring some of that beautiful unconditional love up from the crystalline grid now. Bringing it up your grounding cord, up through the bottom of your feet and up your legs, up your heart. And now begin to take it out the top of your head. And now imagine taking that beautiful light all the way up to the 7th plane of all that is. And I'm going to ask your spirit team, your divine team of your guides to help you and assist you with this process in your I Am presence. So giving instructions now to your I Am presence to help you to connect with the 7th plane of all that is, and connecting you with the beautiful infinite light of Divine Mother and Divine Father, the Creator. And just take a breath, connecting you into the highest point of heaven on the 7th plane with all that is. Beautiful. Now feeling that beautiful white light, and now bringing it back down into your heart space, and now connecting in with your heart. I connect my physical body and vessel deep into the arms of Mother Earth, allowing her to hold me safely and gently. I feel 100% secure inside her loving womb. I open my own consciousness, crown and heart fully, and enter through the stargate of time to connect with the highest heavens of the cosmos, that they lift me up to my divine connection with all that is. I am connected to heaven and earth, as above, so below. I am open and ready to serve the kingdom of love and light for the highest good of all, and so it is. Amen, amen, amen. So let's just take a deep breath and anchor that in. Anchoring in your beautiful light, your beautiful love, connecting into that peace that surpasses all understanding that's there in the sacred space of your beautiful heart. And now we're also going to connect in a little bit of a different way now to our ascension column. So I'm now going to have you to ask your higher self and to give your higher self a command of taking you to the top of your spine, to the front of your spine. And to now, I want you to connect in to the top of your spine, the front of your spine, and I want you to ask your I Am presence to help you to connect there. Beautiful, to connect to that place. And now I want you to imagine connecting with a beautiful waterfall of any color of your choosing, flowing down from the highest heavens above, And now having your higher self to connect you to that beautiful waterfall of love and light coming down from Divine Mother, Divine Father, of pure love and light of the highest, and connecting you with that beautiful waterfall. And now having that waterfall begin to come down the front of your spine, all the way down to the bottom of the spine, completely connecting you into your I Am Presence and your higher self. Beautiful. And now we're going to ask your higher self, by giving it another command, to return to you all of your awareness and all of your energy that you may have left anywhere, with any person or place or event or time and space, in any other dimension, any other universes known and unknown, any other alternate parallel reality. And we're going to ask your higher self to bring all of your energy back to you in this moment right now. Beautiful. So hopefully you can feel that, see it or know it. There would be a shift. Beautiful. And now we're going to ask your higher self to now align your mental, your emotional, your physical, your spiritual, and etheric bodies. Bring them all into alignment, in balance, and recalibrate them. Beautiful. And so as you're doing this exercise here, this is a really great exercise to do every day. I encourage you to do it. And just take a deep breath to anchor that in. And wow, boy, can I feel a difference. So when we engage our higher self and we really give our higher self those instructions, those commands, the higher self can do the work for us in the higher dimensions to help us to connect in and support us in this way. So it's really important that whenever we're in prayer or contemplation or setting intentions, that we always want to include our higher self and our highest divine spirit team as well, because they're there to help us. They're our eyes and our ears. They can see the bigger picture when we can't. And they can bring us a lot of, they can help us to ground, they can help us to feel more safe and secure, and they help us to connect in with that inner peace that's always there in our heart space. Beautiful. So now I'd also like to share with you today a prayer for protection that I have at a co-channel with Archangel Michael, and I'm going to invite Archangel Michael to come into the circle now, as well as Archangel Metatron, Saint Germain, all of the other ascended masters, the archangels, our guardian angels, our masters and our teachers in our galactic star families. And of course, going to invite in my master teacher, Jesus Christ, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, Saint Germain, and any other beings of love and light who would like to come and support us today in our sacred circle. And so now I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to help to connect you with the words of this prayer and the light of this prayer for protection, so that you feel not only safe and grounded today, but you also feel protected today, and as you walk forward on your path, your ascension journey in the days to come. Expanding heart light, glow deep inside of me. It wavers not for all to see. It guides my path into more light as I walk with my soul into the night. I fear not, for all is well within and around me. You are the light, can't you see? Stand forthright and let it be. Forever me, I bow to thee. And so it is. Amen, amen, amen. And so this prayer really reminds us that we are the light, and that we can walk with confidence in the dark, even the darkness that's taking place on the planet right now. That all is well, and that we are always completely surrounded within and around by the light, by our beautiful soul light. And we are being held in the highest regard by our loving divine teams and by Divine Mother and Divine Father. So just take a breath to anchor that in, and I'll ask that your divine team work with you and your higher self today to help you to feel more safe, grounded, and to be in a field, a bubble of protection. Thank you, Archangel Michael. And so I want to talk for a few minutes today about the message that was coming through about be in the world, but not of the world. And so what does this really mean? And particularly, I think this is a really important message today that came through because of what's happening on the world today. And, you know, for those of us who are very sensitive to the energies and the news and all the events, we feel this on many levels. And so we're like, what in the world is going on? Maybe the question that we're asking right now with these series of events, right, that are going on, and we can become very unsettled. And as I said, it feels like today we're particularly feeling very, very vulnerable in our space with all of these events, which as humans, we are meant to feel our emotions. That's part of being a human and a gift as well, but sometimes not easy. So what we want to do is we want to feel those emotions, and we don't want to go into resistance, because going into resistance is only going to shut down our energy field and is going to constrict us and have us connect more in with the chaos of the energy. What we want to do is we want to stay in a state of flow. We want to stay in a state of flow. We want to stay relaxed in our body. We want to let the emotions come up to the surface. Whatever we're feeling, it could be anger, it could be sadness, it could be rage. It could be all sorts of emotions that are going on. And emotions are not bad. And so we don't want to repress or deny our emotions. That's really important that we don't do this. What we do is we let the emotion come up, and then we let the emotion flow through us so that we're not repressing or going into denial. Of course, we don't want to project any emotions onto anybody else. We want to handle our emotions in a skillful way. Breathing can help with this. Grounding can help with this. Walking in nature can help you to, if you're feeling a very intense emotion, just going outside and walking can help. Breathing can help. Just shifting the energy, whatever feels comfortable for you, shifting away from it for a few moments and pausing is also good. And so really, in light of what we are going through and feeling so vulnerable, really the thing that we can do is just to surrender in the moment. Surrender is really, I think, the best tool, to just surrender and accept what's going on. And this also gives us an opportunity for spiritual growth. It helps us to step into that area of faith, and that we're walking in faith right now, and that we're trusting that there's a bigger picture and there is a much greater divine plan that is going on that perhaps we cannot see all the details of yet in this moment. So it is a little bit about blind faith, true. Not easy. However, when we can just really reach out to our higher self and to our teams to enfold us and to bring us into this light of protection, to help us to feel safe, to help us to anchor into that divine soul light, into that place of the peace that surpasses all understanding that we're always connected to within our sacred heart. We come into this place, then we can shift into this, which will help us to keep us to rise above that chaos. And so really right now, it's a lot about choice of which universe are we connecting with. So it's not about being perfect. You're not going to be able, no one's asking you to be perfectly connected to the universe of love, I call it, versus the universe of fear. However, every time we can choose to be in the universe of love and stay in that upper place, then of course we're going to be growing spiritually. We're going to be exercising that spiritual muscle, if you will, and it's going to get easier and easier each time, instead of us diving down into the old pattern and ways of being, of going back into the universe of fear. So this is the challenge for all of us. And I would just encourage you to find a daily spiritual practice to help you with this. I know for myself in the morning, it's so important for me every morning to go into prayer and to do my grounding, to connect with my higher self. I just wouldn't be able to go through my day without having my daily spiritual practice of meditation, of going in and connecting with my divine team and asking them to hold me in the state of presence and helping me to be grounded in my body. And sometimes we're going to slip out of it during the day, and that's okay. We can always just go right back into that space of grounding, and it gets easier as we practice this. And it doesn't take a lot of time really every day. I mean, you can easily do this in 15 or 20 minutes to do this. So I would encourage you to try it. Okay, so this morning I did in prayer and meditation, I did have a conversation with my master teacher, Yeshua, Jesus Christ. And I asked him about this message about being in the world, but not of the world. And what did that really mean? And this was the message, the channel message that came through. So I'm just going to read this to you now. And so, yes, what Jesus said is he's talking about being in your true nature and remembering that you are the light of God, Creator, as you were made in his or her image, in the likeness of God's qualities. You are lambs of God, innocent and pure is your true nature, which is based on the truth that all of life comes from the Father and Mother in heaven. Your soul's journey to this world is only for a short time, for learning about your true nature and that your real home is in heaven. This world is not your true home. Do not fall into the trap of the world's disillusionments, of appearing fear and separation. Nothing can keep you or bind you from the love of your Father, Mother in heaven. For it is written in the stars and across the universe that you are sons and daughters of God, Creator. Nothing can separate you from this truth. Only your own disillusionment of believing this earthly world of matter is the only existence. Return home to the heart of God, Creator, by placing your trust in his eternal love for you. Follow the light of your own heart to lead you home to the eternal truth that only love is real in the universe. And then I asked Jesus, what is this earth and world about? What is it for? This earth was given by the Father Creator to his children for their well-being and pleasure, to enjoy a physical place of paradise. It was given freely for all of God's children to come and play in physical matter with free will to co-create. Some of the children forgot their true nature and their true home was in heaven, and they became lost in the cycles of incarnating into a physical body. They lost connection with their true nature of love. As they lost this connection over time, they became stuck in the reincarnational cycles of the lower world of Maya, of illusions. This material plane became their primary focus, and they were lost in the Garden of Eden. Jesus says, it is time to wake up and remember your true nature, to remember that your true home is in the kingdom of heaven with Divine Mother and Divine Father. To place your trust and faith in this truth. You are eternal beings of love and light. Release this world and embrace your real home, your true home of love. Go in peace, children. So this was the message that came through today for us, and I think sheds a lot of light and a lot of truth, and certainly resonates with me within my entire being. This message of love, which brings us to the truth and brings us to hope that this world is only a temporal place for us, and it is not our true home. And that once we can really connect with that truth and remember our true home is love, and that we've never really left the heart of God, of Divine Mother, Divine Father, being our original soul light, and that we only come into the body on this temporary basis. So thank you all for joining me today, and let me see if there's any questions here. Could you please pray for my immediate money having a tough time financially? Yes, I'll be glad to do that. I have opened up a new prayer file in this new support group, and please go and place your prayers there if you would like in the prayer file. All the prayers that are there are included automatically in this prayer circle every week, or you can also post them here in the comments section, so we definitely are going to include those here in our prayer circle today. And yes, I do understand about being affected and being sensitive to what's going on in the world. Absolutely. I am very ultra sensitive myself. And so that is why I'm so adamant about every day just having a spiritual practice for yourself is going to really go a long way to helping you with your sensitivities through setting up those healthy boundaries, grounding, spending time in prayer and contemplation, really connecting with the higher vibrational energies that are here on the planet through prayers or however you want to do that works best for you. And you may need to do this more than once a day to just check in. I also really strongly recommend that you don't watch the news, or you don't, even get caught up in some of the postings here on Facebook, and some of the things I've seen can be quite, disturbing to us who are sensitive. So I would say, really limit that, and really keep yourself really focused upon really the bigger picture as best you can. Check in with your team and say, help me to walk in the path of light and to stay very focused. What am I here to do? And you're here to really be in joy, and to be in love, and to be in compassion, and to be in peace. That's where you're meant to be. That's where your goal is for your highest destiny. However that you can do that and bring that to yourself, each and every moment that we can stay in that higher vibration, in that space, we are then contributing that energetic vibration to the world, to the collective consciousness. We are literally anchoring it in through our energy bodies. So thank you all for being with me today on the prayer circle. I've really enjoyed connecting with you, and thank you for your questions. Let's go ahead now, in closing, just go ahead and ask that everyone's prayers be sent into the circle of light, into our prayer circle that was set up at the beginning of the call today. And now just asking Divine Mother, Divine Father, for everyone's prayers that are submitted today, for those prayers to be heard, to be answered, for the highest good of each person and the highest good of everyone connected to them. And we ask that those those answers come to them swiftly and with divine timing. And we ask that everyone be lifted up and connected with their team, their divine team, and to be lifted up into these higher energies of peace and divine love and joy and bliss. Beautiful. So be it, so it is. This or something greater. Amen. Amen. So let's all just take a deep breath and anchor that in. Beautiful. And I will post the replay if you'd like to come back. If you were not able to see all of this, you can replay it, and it will also be posted on my YouTube channel. And also, if you're enjoying these prayer circles, please invite your family and friends to join us as well, for those that you know may need some inspiration, some hope, some guidance, and to bring their beautiful love and light to our prayer circle. And so enjoyed being with you today, and we will see you again soon, next Wednesday at the same time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, sending you lots of love and blessings for a beautiful day. And until then, namaste.